Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Bree at Skulls and Bones 444. I hope you guys are having a lovely morning. This is for all the Scorpios out there, okay? If you got Scorpio anywhere in your chart, this is for you. I want to say happy belated Father's Day. I took the day off to just reminisce because unfortunately mine passed away over 3 years ago. Anyways, pay attention to all the synchronicities that you see, as I've said before, all animals and plants that you see, because they all have a meaning to them. And please, 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 for the love of God, pay attention to your driving, because let's just say something happened yesterday, and there's no doubt in my mind that it was a death spell sent from the karmic's karmic, okay? And it's gonna go back, return to sender tenfold, 111 on the timer. Just seriously, just be careful. Do not be listening to the radio or anything like that. They're trying to send spiritual attacks as usual, especially to it's all your chakras, but especially to your crown chakra. They're trying to give you psychic attacks, but you may feel a little bit of the effects, but it's going back. They're trying to close up your third eye chakra, but it's not gonna work. It's going back, and they're not allowed in your sacral chakra either. So, and the karmic masculine is having a fit about all of this, but the death spell with the car crash came from his karmic, and the rage, oh my god, the rage that she has towards you feminines out there, it's unbelievable. And the karmic is exploding at everybody, having total temper tantrums, 222 on the timer, and getting arrested either at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. And he's actually going to try to fight the cops off because he thinks he's godlike complex, and that he can outsmart them, but no. And it's going to happen in front of a group of people, several coven members, so he's going to make an ass out of himself and humiliate himself that way. And if you feel your emotions are kind of wacky, like you'll be happy for a few minutes and then an hour later you're sad or pissed, that's not you. Those are all projections that are trying to be sent onto you. Return to sender tenfold, right, y'all? Okay, Scorpios, here we go. And as usual, cleanse yourself, cleanse your space, spiritual baths and showers. Scorpios. And thank you to those who are watching my channels longer. That makes me happy, so that tells me that I'm not boring you. And I find it hilarious that the men out there are watching my videos a lot, just like the feminines. So that tells me that you guys are believing in what the hell the feminine tried to tell you years ago. Scorpios. This is the last show. Focus cards. Got it. The hell we got here? Oh, look. We have the main message is the moon. Okay, 5:11 on the timer. Moon talks about following your intuition, but also secrets and mysteries that are hiding under the surface. There's still secrets and mysteries that are hiding under the surface. I think that it has to do with if you guys have any financial inheritance that was left to you by a passed on loved one, you're gonna get information about that finally. Because I mean, I see a legit police officer getting their hands on this, getting the information. You know, you don't know about this yet, or you're about to, but it's coming. And there could also be some secret that the karmic masculine is still hiding from everybody in the coven. I don't know. See what else we can get, Scorpios. Whoa. Hey, cards wanna talk for sure. This is gonna be an interesting read. Every zodiac sign has had interesting reads because there's a lot of crazy shit going on. I mean, the karmic cycle with you and the karmic is done, and they're just in awe. They're pissed off. They're shocked because, oh my god, I've never lost before. Oh my god, and I lost to a woman? Because definitely a womanizer for damn sure. And I think you guys sensed that when you dated them for a brief, short amount of time. They didn't think you were smart because you're nice. This person is rude as shit. Rude as shit. And like in his mind, that proves that he's smart. So it's like if you're rude, it means that you're smart. If you're nice, then you're gullible and naive and shit. It's like, what the fuck? It makes no sense. No sense at all. So it's like, what? Every fucking lawyer that's nice is stupid? Every doctor out there that's nice is stupid? That's retarded. Well, one more wants to come out. Okay. Oh, five of wands upright. Never would have guessed. Here's the next main message. 8:55 on the timer. Fights. Fights. People told, I mean, this whole coven fighting with this karmic because of all the trouble that he's caused. Oh shit. I think I know with the moon card what the secrets are. It has to do with how, how he not only did he lie about why he wanted to attack you, 9:49 on the timer. Not only did he lie about wanting, why he wanted to attack you to begin with, but he was doing magic on the other coven members too. Because it's like if anybody disobeyed his orders or didn't agree with him, he would do black magic on them. And not only that, but he created a lot of drama and chaos between people that were friends for like, 20 years or romantic relationships, 1040 on the timer, romantic relationships that, people have been together for like 50 years or something. It was like, you know, did you know that the feminine said such and such about, Lewis, and then Lewis would be pissed off at you and, of course, want to do more black magic on you. And then, of course, bad shit would happen to them. And the karmic would say, see, I told you the feminine's a black witch. I told you. When in reality, it was the karmic that Lewis was getting from what he did based off of lies that he was told from the karmic or, other friends. Sally said this about Molly. Did you know that? And then they would confront each other about it. And, well, I heard you said this about me and this about that. And they could never come to a conclusion of anything. And so their 20-year friendship broke up. Uh, and even with married couples, did you know that your husband had a secret affair on you? And then, of course, that would cause fights, and that 12-12 on the timer, that would cause fights, and that would make the other person cheat on their partner. Whole bunch of fucking mess. Just wanting to fight, argue, and also fighting about money too. Because of tax evasion, tax fraud. So let me tell you, I mean, you can't cheat out the government. They're gonna get their money one way or another, man. Ooh, Lordy Jesus. It's funny because I'm a part of the collective, and I remember whenever I said, "Oh, Jesus Christ," he'd be like, "He has nothing to do with this." Oh, I think he does. Hell, I think that some of people that dropped out of this coven or the Death Project here way long ago, they could be questioning if, the devil is the only thing out there, or if there really is something higher. But anyways, okay, the present situation, we have the Nine of Cups in reversed. Somebody here is not getting what they manifested at all. And the world that's crossing it, their world, karmic, is fucked up. Their life's a train wreck, and their whole life it's always been a fucking train wreck because they're reckless. They don't think twice, just selfish, all of that. They wanted your destiny. They were trying to manifest your destiny, destiny swap, but also they wanted you, divine feminines, but it's just not meant to happen. They're not moving on to a new chapter. Their karmic, it's just going to be repetitive karma until they get arrested. And, I don't wish this upon anybody, but I still sense, suicide. Let's see what the hell else here. Nine of Cups reversed with the World. Jesus. Ugh. Okay, we have the Magician upright, which that's you, because you guys could be natural witches, okay? But you're also a one hell of an alchemist. Remember, like I said, if you feel weird with your emotions, alchemize these nasty emotions. You guys are great, okay? And your masculine is also a wizard. Even though, like I've mentioned in several recordings, yeah, he fucked up with talking shit about you and doing some magic against you, but oh, just for to be approved by the friends. But totally, for months now, totally no regret about that shit. But he's a good wizard and knows how to alchemize shit, and y'all have learned how to make lemonade out of lemons, basically. And then this, see, 5, 6, 7, 8 of swords. Of course, the 8 of swords. Somebody playing the victim. What else is fucking you? Karmic playing the victim. The lovers in reversed. Okay. Didn't want you to have your love. Didn't want you to have your love life. Okay, and also, if you guys have any, projects or ideas up your sleeve, just shut the fuck up, because not only does he not want you to have your love life, but doesn't want you and your masculine to work together as a couple, because this is gonna be power couple here. And on the other hand, too, the karmic and their karmic falling apart. They're married, okay, they're married, got a kid, but miserable. He's miserable. Wants to leave. They both cheat on each other. And they were working together to do magic, but not no mores. Not no mores. Oh, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. You will not be left out in the cold anymore. Any financial problems that you've had throughout the years, because they stomped and cursed your finances like no other. It's not gonna be that way anymore. That's nice. Ace of Cups reversed. Of course, this karmic would be sad. This talks about pure depression. Uh, drug lord, alcoholic. When I say alcoholic, I'm not talking, just beer. We're talking the hard liquor shit. All day, every day, all kinds of pills and drugs, every day, all day, out of pure fucking depression. Drinks and drives. And got a kid, and I think that he has actually driven drunk with the kid in the car. Page of Cups, right? A small offer of love. Karmic really thinks that in their delusional mind that they can go your way to give you a small offer of love, but they can't because they're kicked out of your energy in your life. 2030 on the timer as the karmic cycle is done. Yeah, Nine of Wands reversed. This is you uh not having to worry about constantly looking over your shoulder anymore. I mean, you know that there's people in this coven that still want to hurt you and sacrifice you, but not gonna happen. You're meant, you are meant to be here for a mission, just like you're masculine. You're a fucking spiritual warrior, man. The Tower reversed. That's an expected change. I mean, the Tower talks about change. When it's upright, it's just expect the unexpected, like carpet being ripped up from underneath you. But with this one, it's in reversed. They know that change is coming. It's just a matter of when. This could be either good or bad. Let me say something. Someone's getting a DUI. Yeah. This Page of Cups upright, like I said, drinking and driving, the Tower reversed. Everybody around him has totally given him many warnings to stop doing what he's doing, especially like driving with a kid in the car. Like, oh my god. Then they get into a car crash. I'm seeing somebody getting T-boned here because being impatient with the stop sign and running through it and T-boning. Did you all just hear that car? Did you all just hear that car racing? 23:53 on the timer. I'm onto something here. Yeah. Buddy. Then you have the King of Pentacles upright. This they drew this character weird, man, but here's the King of Pentacles, and that is your masculine. That's a characteristic of your masculine. Wow. The Hermit in reversed. Somebody coming out of the cave, speaking up, speaking their mind. You guys have been in your cave for long enough because of isolation spells. Y'all need to get out there and start socializing again. Making friends. And when it comes to speaking your mind, you know, you could be doing something like this, or like on TikTok or on a podcast, or some of you guys could be in charge of some kind of charity and you're a public speaker who advertises for that public charity. But you guys know who you are inside and out, and so does the masculine. Speaking his mind too. I heard just fuck off, like telling people to fuck off. What is the deal? King of Swords. No me digas. Don't tell me. What else is fucking you? This is the karmic masculine, a fucking dictator. Will never compromise with anybody. It's his way or the highway. Even now, he's never gonna change. Huh. Once again, I just heard CPS. Because this drinking and driving shit with the kid in the car, they're trying to get this kid taken away again. Because I'm sensing that this kid was initially taken away, put in a foster care somewhere, and then a relative of theirs took the kid in for temporary custody until the parents, the karmic, and their karmic try and get their shit together, but they're never gonna get their shit together, and also they're going to jail. So that kid, poor thing, gonna be raised by I'm seeing an aunt being raised by somebody's aunt. And this karmic saying, "Oh, I'm fine, when I'm drinking and driving, I'm fine." It's like, bitch, no, and like, what's the kid in the car? Shit. Page of Wands reversed. Somebody got an idea or trying to have an idea up their sleeve. Ain't gonna work. What the fuck is this? You have the Nine of Swords reversed. You don't have to worry about shit. You're good, you're safe, you've been safe. Oh, Three of Pentacles reversed. A group of three people trying to fuck around with some black magic. Didn't work. Page of Pentacles. Or Page of Wands reversed. Yeah, if this shit gotta go to court, they're gonna try doing some black magic on the judge. Yeah. It's not gonna work, and you have the Three of Wands reversed. They don't get shit. They don't get any rewards. Nothing. There you go. The Knight of Pumpkins with the Knight of Pentacles upright, which is the slowest knight of them all. Coming. Incoming. They've been dragging their sweet ass just because, trying to figure out the fucking truth, and also focusing on themselves. 30:03 on the timer, focusing on themselves and their money for a while. Yeah. Something tells me to just put that here. Oh, you have the devil upright. It's surprise. Devil-like energy, the karmic. It karmic, their karmic, and the masculine's karmic. Those are the three people that are working together in the group to try and fuck around with the judge if this shit goes to court. 30:50 on the timer. Devil-like energy, reckless sex, gambling, no discipline or self-control, drugs, alcohol. These people are always fucked up, but the worst one is the karmic. You're not gonna win shit, brother. Over here, the past. Knight of Wands upright. Yeah, the someone knows that they've gotta take action with the quickness. Because then you have the star upright, which you get everything you want. Wish upon a star, or wish upon a shooting star. You are the star. You have outsmarted everybody. You have survived all the death spells and crap. And you could be meant to be seen in the public eye. Or you already are. 32:22 on the timer. And then you have, what the hell is this? The 5. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Somebody be lazy, not doing the work. Somebody not wanting to work. Knight of Wands. I'm gonna, hold on. What the fuck else? King of Cups reversed. This is another characteristic, the karmic. This asshole. I mean, totally unforgiving. There's no sympathy, no empathy. Grudges, all kinds of shit. Has been trying their damnedest to take action towards you. Because they've been wanting you for forever and to steal your destiny, because this person could also be seen in the public eye somehow. Maybe they're musically inclined, possibly, and they want to be in the spotlight. But not putting in the work and effort into shit unless it's black magic. But I mean, this person hates to work, like, hates having a regular job, not responsible with the money, working for the wrong reasons. 2 of Swords upright. Yeah. Working for the wrong reasons. Using magic for the wrong reasons, because the 2 of Swords upright talks about causing uh misunderstandings and confusion amongst people about you, the star. Yep. Doing mental mind illusion magic on people and, I mean, coming up with nasty, ruthless lies. You're a whore. You have abortions. You'll do anything for drugs and alcohol. I mean, you're a prostitute. You're a black witch. All kinds of shit. All to confuse everybody about the real you, about your authenticity, and to make the masculine pissed at you that you are all of these rumors and shit that that the friends are claiming you to be, when eventually started, opening up their eyes, paying attention, mathing, mathing and making sense. Oh, the Four of Cups reversed. Talking about looking at the man or the woman in the mirror, reevaluating themselves. They were doing this while in hermit. They were in the hermit mode for a good while, just like you were. Okay. They were concentrating on their money, but also thinking about themselves as a person, who they are, what they like, what they believe in. And the same thing with you. But unfortunately, no matter how hard you tried with money, you just couldn't make it. And that's the coven. But the masculine knows that you are the star. They had to take time and quiet to themselves because there was just too much ticka 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 tick. Queen of Cups, upright. Yep. 37:47 on the timer. Not only are you the star, but you're also the Queen of Cups upright. That's beautiful. Masculine knows that. And for many months now, or I'm sensing for the past like year and a half, really regretting letting you go. Well, they didn't let you go, like they ghosted you. I'm gonna be honest, like they ghosted you and kicked you to the curb like a dog. But they were paid to do that because this King of Cups reversed, which it's the same characteristic as the devil upright, lied, a big ass lie. That, like I said, was enough to, it was a big, deal breaker with you for him, and was paid money. The masculine was paid money to ghost you and abandon you, and that was some karmic's way of getting back at you where it really hurt. Because in their mind, they thought, oh, when you left, you abandoned me. So now I'm gonna flip the tables on you to get back at you. That's what. With the Five of Swords reversed, they can't come up with anything. They can't come up with any new strategies whatsoever because they're done. Karmic cycle closed. They can't fuck with you anymore. And the only way they can try to fuck with your masculine is with fights. verbal arguments, and I sense that the karmic 4010 on the timer may try to get up in the masculine's face like, what you gonna do about it? You gonna kick my ass or what? Like, what are you trying to egg shit on? 4020 on the timer. Is this karmic arrogant? Arrogant, man. Godlike complex, arrogant, thinks he knows everything. Oh, yeah. Sociopath, loves to do, loves to fuck around with people's psychology, all of it. Excuse me, gotta go to the bathroom as usual. I'm back. I got to do some shit with this bathroom crap because this is really obnoxious, even to me. I'm annoyed. Anyways, now over here, this is um upcoming future. Me, the moon upright. This is a Pisces card, but like I said, intuition. The masculine is following his intuition, no matter what. He's actually kicking himself in the ass. 41 on the timer. He's kicking himself in the ass for not listening to his intuition a while ago. And once again, it also talks about mysteries and illusions that have not been come up yet. But I talked about those mysteries and illusions earlier, but somebody's got a plan. Oh, somebody's got a plan. The masculine's got a plan on how they're gonna go your way, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Ace of Swords reversed. A breakthrough in communication, but it's gonna be, for you, it's gonna be awesome. Okay? And for the karmic and everybody else, it's gonna be a hell of a sword in the heart. And you could also be finding out about financial inheritance. Seriously. And this inheritance, either half of it was spent or the whole fucking shit was spent, or perhaps you've were left the house. And maybe the karmic for a while could have been living in that fucking house. Okay. Or several of the coven members could have been living in that house. Whatever it is, they gotta give it back. And they're like, we're gonna fight and try to argue back and shit. And like this crap, you may very well have to go to court, Scorpio. You may have to. Because that's another mystery and illusion that could be coming out. That I'm sensing you're gonna find out what this is next month. So if you gotta go to court, get ready for it, but you're gonna get justice. You are definitely going to get your justice right here. 44:55 on the timer. What in the hell can we get with this moon in reverse? The Emperor in reversed. What the fuck else is new? He stole your inheritance. He stole your inheritance. Could have also stolen the Social Security or your identity, like your card, your identity card, Social Security card. Like when I say stole it, way back in the past when y'all dated, this slick asshole could have went through your purse, okay, and found it, took pictures of it and shit. Maybe when you were sleeping or using the restroom or something. But you're gonna find out that this motherfucker, it was him who did it. Woo! And I mean, does not want to give it up, does not want to. Ooh. Yeah, and the Four of Cups reversed. Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see something. Right. Reflection on something. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, Roman numerals. I read it wrong. Need glasses, my bad. Six of Cups reversed. That's the Emperor. This is the motherfucker. He wants to come back to you. You have no good memories with him at all. It's like, just fucking go away. If you have to go to court, this is the last time that you're gonna see this asshole. Holy shit. Three of Cups reversed. This is the third party, man. Or this can talk about happy celebrations with your justice. Let's get more information. Ten of Swords upright. This is complete betrayal. Complete betrayal. You were betrayed not only by this asshole karmic, but by the whole coven. But I'm also sensing that this Three of Cups upright, the third party, total, total betrayal. Because I'm sensing somebody tattletaled, or because they knew that it was the moral right thing to do. Somebody in this coven actually started to have a sense of morality and integrity and told. And like I said, there's been a private investigator on his ass, the FBI, the feds, all of it. People know what the fuck he's been doing. Oh, okay. Queen of Wands in reversed. Yeah, nasty witch. That's either that can represent either karmic's karmic or your masculine's karmic. They could have spent the money together, or I mean, if this is a house, they could have lived in that house for a while. Okay, no, I'm getting it as the karmic and their karmic that they work together in a pair to with this inheritance and don't want to fucking give it up. Whatever's left of it, if it's any type of money, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, some of it has been spent or all of it has been spent. Okay, or if it's been a house that they lived in at some point, arsenic, wanting to burn the bitch down. Five of Wands upright again, fighting about this this upcoming event. This fight is gonna have to be taken to court. Hmm. And you know what, too? When you Scorpios, if you gotta go to court and shit, and they're fighting about the inheritance of whatever the fuck it is, sue them. Not only for that shit, but sue them for defamation of character for all the fucking lies that were said. Okay? Wow. Temperance reversed. Yeah, the karmic is not thinking anything through. Nothing. Just rushing around. Excuse me, running around like a chicken with their head cut off. I know they're fucked. That's it. You have the King of Wands reversed. Yep. King and Queen of Wands reversed with the Emperor reversed. Yeah. They're done. Fuck. That's what happens when you fuck around and you find out. Oh, but look, you have right here the Seven of Pentacles upright. This is for you. Okay. You get your paybacks what you deserve. Okay, because I mean, you have worked very hard in protecting and defending yourself against all the black magic. The heater just went on. For me, it's cold right now. It turned on confirmation. And with all this bullshit of the theft, they're getting your payouts. Because you getting your justice. And the Fool upright. A whole new chapter for yourself after this shit. And a new chapter with your masculine. Three of Swords reversed. You're you've healed from heartache, from the damage that's been caused. It's because you know that, holding on to any grudges or hate or being bitter, it's just gonna make you a nasty person. And you don't want to be nasty. 54:34 on the timer. Okay? You just and the masculine the same shit. They don't wanna they don't like being miserable either. Yeah, you're ready for your happiness. You've been through enough shit. I mean, I'm a part of the collective, and it's been 8 years for me. For some of y'all, 8 to 10 or 12. Y'all have had enough of the shit. And now that everything's out in the open, the masculine's like, is this what I've been surrounding myself for years? Like, what the hell? The Ace of Wands reversed, a total failure. Somebody is totally failing at something. Because you have the High Priestess in reverse, a nasty witch, a nasty, nasty, dark ass witch. I'm sensing that it's the karmic's karmic. Well, the Death card in reversed. Oh shit. Okay, guys. Like I just said, that something happened to me yesterday while on the road. The Death card does talk about physical death, yes. Sending death spells to you, but it not working. Especially, pay attention to the road. And this also talks about this person not wanting to change at all. Hmm. None of the karmics want to change. None of them do. They've enjoyed living in this devil-like energy. Then you have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this is this dark high priestess who she's nasty, doesn't know how to take care of herself, like bad hygiene, just like the karmic. This talks about a bad mother too. These are bad parents. The karmics, yeah, they're bad parents. And the plan here, I'm serious, the death spell that she had going did not work. She's not a good mother, dirty, doesn't know how to clean a house or take care of children, prostitute. She could have an STD that she caught from the karmic, and she could also have a sex demon or a lust demon on her too. Ay, Dios míos. Oh, funny. What the fuck we got here? Okay, Four of Pentacles, upright. Having to hold on to your last fucking dime or penny, man. That's what that's about. The Chariot reversed. Slow travel, slow movement, or just an end. Because these people cannot come with you and your masculine on the new chapter. And just like you guys were holding on to your last damn dime, penny, that's what they've been doing now for a long while. And then you have, what is it, five, six, seven of cups reversed. The masculine realizing that grass wasn't greener on the other side with his karmic, because like I said, love breakup spells that were going on. He's fucking miserable with that crazy bitch. Knows that she's just wicked, sinister, liar, manipulator, and she loves to be a homewrecker. Loves it. Yeah, he realizes that you, Scorpio feminines, that you're home. The Knight of Swords reverse. Person just lying and lying and lying. It's like he's listening to this fucker anymore. It's like he's just talking to himself. Yeah, the Hanged Man reversed. Being persecuted for everything and humiliated. Page of Pumpkins reversed. Trying to think of a way to make money, but can't come up with any ideas or thinks that he's gonna try to be slick and use one of his minions that are still left to come your way to get information about what you're doing in terms of money, trying to build yourself up, or what new projects you've got your way. And, I can help with that and blah, blah, blah. Bitch, shut the fuck up because this person is just gonna go back to the karmic and tell him what's going on. And then little minion is gonna get orders on how to fucking steal your idea, take it for himself. No. Basically, that would be, copycatting your idea, but copyright infringement, which is a crime. Fuck you. Hello. Ace of Pentacles in reversed. They they've been trying to take what is meant for you. Your beautiful destiny, your spiritual talents, the happy family, your sacred reunion, all of it. But they can't. They failed. They got the Ace of Wands reversed. All of that shit. Yeah, damn, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Jesus Christ. Their chapter will never be closed. The cycle for them. Have fun. Have fun going to prison. And the Seven of Swords upright. Someone trying to get away with something here, but I don't think it has to do with the karmic. I think it's your masculine, but surprise. A good surprise. Then you have the Four of Swords reversed. Yeah, there is no rest for these people. And nothing but rumors about the karmic. And he's dying to figure out what idea the masculine has. Get over it. Yeah, does he have the Five of Swords reversed? Ain't nothing that you can do, fucker. Over here. The sun is up, right? You and your masculine gonna be happy together, but also the truth coming out, like with the mom. See? Woo. Then you have the Six of Wands reversed. See? The opposition doesn't win shit. They've lost at everything. You have kicked their ass. You are the Queen of Pentacles upright. Oh my God. You've kicked their asses. And you have spoken the truth too about their lies. You've brought it to the public. Then you have, what is it, 5, 6, 7, 8 wands reversed. Good. Yeah, no creativity in this karmic's bone at all. Can strategize shit and come up with all kinds of techniques and shit, but has no creativity and was given all kinds of omens to stop what he was doing. Didn't listen. Didn't listen. And I mean, now that's why shit is out in the open. Over here, you have the Five of Cups in reversed. Plan to sacrifice you didn't work and has to walk away with, I mean, kicking and screaming because the cops coming after him. The Ten of Wands upright. All of the hardships and bullshit and obstacles that they sent your way, they're gonna have to deal with now. Here is your Knight of Cups. Your true offer of love. Okay. While you have the Six of Swords reversed because the karmic, all the karmics going off to shit waters. This is all jail, man. This is all with legal shit, with crimes. The Strength card is also the Leo card. It's in reversed. No inner strength. 808 on the timer. Yeah, this karmic, heavy Leo, no inner strength. And shocked by your inner strength and resilience. The Page of Swords reversed. Really, I mean, delusional as fuck. Thinks he's gonna have. Let's see what more lie. What more lie can I come up with? What lie can I come up with to try and trick this divine masculine out of his spot so that there's no there's no two of cups because has been trying so fucking hard to keep away the two of cups between you and your masculine. Mm-mm. See, going on to shit waters. Him and his karmic are splitting up. Their marriage, he married for money because she came from money. Their little business relationship ain't gonna happen. It's splitting up because they were just using each other to do black magic on other people. That was it. And the Hierophant upright. This is the secret society, the secret organization that this karmic masculine's been involved with this whole coven. This is a dark coven. But then this also talks about rebellion. You were not going to join that coven. And I mean, when you dated them briefly, they tried to convince you that it was the best thing ever. I mean, they're religious, you're spiritual, and no, you weren't having it. And then part of the death magic with all the hurdles and obstacles and crazy shit. They were hoping that if they tortured you enough, then you would throw in the white towel and join this coven. No, no. 10 of Cups reversed. They didn't want you to have this coven falling apart. Karmic masculines, family falling apart. You got the Two of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it's like out of balance. Life is totally out of control. No balance. The Six of Pentacles reversed. Get the fuck out of here. You think you're gonna get any payouts, bitch? Oh, because you did a lot of hard work, but it was dirty work, bitch. Judgment. Yeah, you're being judged. You're gonna be. Not only are you in spiritual jail, you're going to jail here in the 3D2. 10 of Pentacles reversed. Tried to steal everything from you, man. Like I said, your destiny, your inheritance. Wanted you to be without anything. No fucking happiness. But then, the Two of Wands reversed talks about making a decision. This karmic who, thinks that he's big gorilla champ of this coven here, try to get everybody against the masculine to make a choice. It's either the feminine or his friends. He chose the feminine. Hmm. Yeah, with the Eight of Cups reversed, walking away, the masculine walking away from all this shit and going back to you because this shit is not where it's at. Oh my goodness. Queen of Swords upright. You speaking your truth. Speaking your truth. And the Empress reverse. A lot of karmics are we? Yeah. The Empress reversed. Emperor reversed. Ooh. Queen of Cups upright. The Star upright though. You have King of Pentacles upright with the Queen of Pentacles upright. The Sun upright. Your Queen of Swords upright. Madre. No more nightmares for you, which is awesome. Justice, the Magician. Nice. The Fool upright. Yeah, man, there's a lot of crazy shit going on up in this bitch, but you've got it. You've got it. Yeah, these nasty witches are still currently trying to fuck with you because the karmic can't fuck with you. I'm doing pretty good on time. Let me clean this shit up and I'm gonna get to the oracles. Right. There's the cards. This one comes with an event. What do my Scorpios need to know? Um, Two more shuffle. So, hope y'all are still with me. The main one here right now is Jade. Talks about a crystal jade. That's pretty. Really, really pretty. So some of you guys could need to carry jade on you. Okay, talks about connection with the ancestors, divine blessing, longevity, good fortune, and dreamstone. Okay, the description. In ancient China, jade was called Yu and was known as the stone of heaven, symbolizing divine blessings. It was said to be the literal condensation of the air between heaven and earth that not only bridged the two realms but served as a direct link to the ancestors. Getting the Jade Fairy opens you to the echoes of the ones who came before, to the wisdom of the ancients and their blessings. The Jade Fairy, who brings visions of mountain streams and cloud formation, works gently, strengthening your connection with both blood and spiritual kin. Choosing this card tells you that no matter how frightening or difficult things may be, you can draw on support from the ancestral realms. If you're stuck, the Jade Fairy urges you to study the past. There are gifts for you that there are gifts for you there that will serve you well in the present and future. In the East, jade is known as a stone of good fortune, and the Jade Fairy's card is often a harbinger of good things to come, the unfolding of blessings. These particular blessings will come from your ancestors or those with whom you've had strong bonds in past lives. As the ones who came before include fairies, make sure that you acknowledge and honor any fairy gifts you may receive. Because jade can serve as a connection to our ancestors, it can also be a link to karma. If you are caught in destructive cycles, drawing the Jade Fairy urges you to find the help you need in choosing fresh alternatives, in changing old karma, and creating new, healthier patterns. One of the messages that came through in the Jade meditation was that which obscures then reveals. This is the cloud nature of the Jade Fairy, a call to look at the things that block and hide the truth. Examine them carefully to see what they conceal. Jade is also known to bring visions through dreams. Tuck this card or the stone under your pillow before you go to sleep and ask it to send you the information that you need. Nice. So, Camille, pretty. Ooh, ruby, garnet, lapis lazuli. Emeralds are gorgeous, man. Rose quartz and moonstone. Citron. Fix it later. Rock crystal, vision, focus, intent, entry to fairy. This is your entry to the fairy realm, a piece of its magic that lingers in our world. Fairy tales tell of fairy palaces where the walls and goblets, fountains, and gazing balls are all carved from clearest rock crystal, also known as clear quartz. Sometimes you can even see a fairy's delicate form and the phantoms inside a crystal. A clear crystal quartz crystal can be a conductor for fairy energy, allowing the fairies to come through to you. These rock crystal fairies are the most elevated of all the light workers, the most highly revered among the fair folk. They are serious without heaviness. They work with lightness and joy, the kind of exuberance you feel when you are on your path, doing what you came into the world to do. Says ask a question, and with the fairy's help, a clear quartz crystal will allow you to shift your angle of perception, like eagle energy, soaring and seeing from that higher perspective. One unexpected thing that came through the meditations on rock crystal were harmonics, millions of harmonic voices with a great vastness of frequencies, and the message that excuse me was that these fairy voices were the chords, and that the stone's power works by expanding the octaves and harmonics. Huh. Quartz holds light and will hold light for us in times of darkness. Colorless, transparent quartz is known as rock crystal. The word crystal derives from the Greek word for ice, crystallos, as it was believed that quartz was ice which had frozen so completely that it could never again melt. Clear quartz crystals vary from completely transparent to occupied, those containing phantoms or inclusions of other minerals, such as rutile filaments and rutilated quartz, or even bubbles of liquid or gas. This crystal has been connected with magic and the occult since humans first saw it. An inscription on a Babylonian crystal seal, 2000 BCE, stated that the crystal would increase wealth and bring good fortune. Australian and oceanic shamans considered it a stone of light, broken from the celestial throne. It's been found in Egyptian temples dedicated to the goddess Hathor and in Greek temples dedicated to the Hellenic mysteries. It has been used to contain spirits, divine the future, summon fire and rain, and as a protection from danger, a medium for clairvoyance, and a conduit to other realms. A beautiful Vedic belief states that if you offer a libation to the dead while wearing quartz, you give the dead the gift of happiness. In the American Southwest, the Apache used clear quartz as a general protection. and a medium for predicting the future. And the Tohono O'odham used shining stones or crystals to find an enemy's trail or the cause of an illness. In the Tiwa Pueblo of Isleta, crystals were not only a means of searching for game, but were called on to invoke the moon. Shamans throughout Central America use clear quartz crystals as gateways into other realities. Descendants of the ancient Maya consider crystal a kind of spiritual radio, a device for communicating with the ancestors and the spirit realm. Damn, that was a long. This the Rock Crystal Fairies card invites you to go beyond the usual boundaries of vision, beyond the five senses, and open to the existence of other realms. When you draw the Rock Crystal Fairies card, you are moving toward that place of consciousness where you can make these spirit journeys. Quartz is the great enhancer and will strengthen whatever intent you put into it. Concentrate on the crystal's clarity and light. Although you can see through the crystal, let your gaze linger inside, for it contains other realms. George Sand referred to it as the limit between the invisible and the invisible. It is that sacred space between realms where everything becomes possible. It is the entry, the portal. It draws you to places beyond time. That was a one hell of a description. Okay, I'm not gonna do that for all of them because we'll be here until fucking Yuletide. Holy shit. Okay, with agate, creative power, strength, orientation, patterns. The agate fairies are a race of fairies similar to the angelic beings. They work with the elements to help bring form into matter. They are here to use the elements and create beauty out of the earth. Or put another way, agate is what the goddess makes on her days off for fun. There's an innocence to the stone. Its patterns and bands of translucent color are born of the sheer light of creativity. Another sort of agate fairy also appeared during the meditation. This one, stalwart and clothed in banded patterns of sard. We ban the earth, she said. Take us with you when you travel for orienting and aligning. This card often appears when one is on a creative journey. She's a companion for that road, combining the stone's innate strength with the fairy's ability to transmute the most basic elements of life into art. She reminds you that there is beauty in contrast and balance, and that the simplest gestures are often the most eloquent. She reminds you of cameos, where one layer of color is removed only to reveal another underneath, the contrast between the layers defining the image. This is but one secret of bringing beauty out of matter. One of the ways we orient ourselves in the world is is that we look for patterns and design, movement, terrain, sound, and action. Patterns can provide necessary structure, information, or background. They can also be harmful if held too rigidly. The agate fairy counsels you to notice the patterns in your life and in your creative work so that you'll know whether or not they serve you. Hmm. Well, aquamarine, that's my birthstone. Hmm. Let's see, it talks about sea changes, like in the actual sea, ocean, sea changes, courage, cleansing, and clarity. The aquamarine fairy moves with the sea's undulating energy, bringing visions of the ocean's clear blue-green waters. She often comes to us when we most need clarity, helping us to clean out old emotional debris, bringing in clear light and clear love. She is a steadying influence, a companion for journeys, both physical and spiritual, helping us to cross the seas of the unknown and safely return to home port. She reminds us of subtle sea changes, those invisible, almost unnoticed things that pull us, like tides, toward our destiny, and she helps us perceive these influences by sharpening our awareness. Historically, aquamarine was a stone of courage and protection for sea voyages. It's long been connected with the sea spirits, as it was believed that seahorses carried the blue and green gems from the treasure chests of nymphs to the shores. It's also known as a stone sacred to the sea goddesses, a shimmering gem from the depths that surfaces and changes our lives. The aquamarine fairies card often appears when one is on the threshold of change, entering a new relationship, taking up new work, or journeying to unfamiliar places. Getting her card signals that you are entering a time of transition and need to swim with these new currents. Fighting them or clinging to old comforts will not serve you. She asks a coin of travelers that we be willing to give up the things that no longer work for us so that we can travel light. Mm, mm, damn. Let's see. I find this really interesting. Ruby, heart's desire, life force, sensuality, and passion. Hmm. In the old ballads and poems, the fairy queen is a hauntingly beautiful creature who grants humans their deepest desires, often at a terrible price. She's a seductress, an alluring, powerful, and sensual figure who lives by a moral code that isn't particularly concerned with human definitions of right and wrong. She is the ultimate taboo. Many of the stories about her were coded warnings about the dangers of giving into sensuality, with the queen and her court portrayed as indolent, selfish, even cruel creatures, caring only for their own pleasures. Oh shit. One of the ruby fairies who appeared during the meditation was indeed a fairy queen, with that glittering sensuality, that surety in her powers. Seduction! Though she's a creature who freely gives and takes pleasure, there was no cruelty in her and no selfishness. This fairy is a generous spirit, boldly daring us to follow our own desires, bliss, and sexuality. Her card may appear if you've been living timidly, afraid to attempt new challenges, or move toward new relationships. You want change? I'll show you change, she offers, encouraging you to reach for your heart's desire. She asks only that you move forward with awareness and compassion, taking full responsibility for your own actions. Anything less is not worthy of her. Jesus. She's got an unshakable sense of her own self worth and is unafraid to speak her truth. She reminds you that you, too, have the innate grace inside you that you can summon, especially if you're feeling put down. She is our bridge to that regal spirit. She's the radiance at the center of the earth, the physical manifestation of the planet's life force and vitality. Ancient as this planet, she also held great sadness, and so she embodies unbounded compassion and forgiveness. According to India's ancient Vedas, the ruby's brilliant color comes from an inner fire that can neither be extinguished nor hidden. A radiant, passionate creature, the ruby fairy is the divine spark incarnate. Her card will also appear if you're caught in darkness or hopelessness. She is the pulsing energy that breaks through the paralysis of grief, indifference, or the inability to act. She lends her flame to help you light the way out, encouraging you to draw on your own strength and compassion. She also reminds you that you can draw on the Earth's life force as it is part of your own divine nature. Holy shit, these are long descriptions. I'm gonna have to find a way to shorten. Oh, goodness. Damn. Garnet. Friendship, metamorphosis, illumination, and strength. But let's see. These fairies are among the most available of the gem fairies. They're a convivial group, social and cheerful, banishing darkness and sadness whenever they appear. Like brownies, they're common but uncommon. Although they may appear ordinary, these fairies are shapeshifters who can shift into their true, dazzling form in a heartbeat. They tend to come into your life easily. Often they're unseen, moving in a crowd. Once they choose to visit, they get to work quickly, landing on your heart, protecting, balancing, and giving strength and energy when they're most needed. Okay, this fairy often appears in times of uncertainty or when you're feeling alone or unconnected to the fabric of life. She asks you to first look among the people and things you consider ordinary and may take for granted. For in them you may find a true strength and grounding. If you're in pain or need aid, she then goes to work on your heart, bringing light to the darkest corners, restoring energy, strength, and balance, bringing riches and joy. She's a great one for friendship. To her, friends are joy, and drawing her card is often a sign that your friends are the ones you need to turn to now. When it comes to the old friends, no. We gotta find new friends, yo. If you're without friends, ask for help. Wear the stone or keep it on you and see who comes into your life. Oh, I think next time just draw 4 cards. Like, that's it. For real. I hope these descriptions and shit don't bore you, but it's like, damn, I'm gonna, yeah, just find a simpler way. Citrine, abundance, playfulness, joy, generosity, and multiplicity. Sensuous, playful, often outrageous creatures of golden light. Listen and you can hear their raucous laughter. If you are lucky enough to catch sight of them, they're likely to be rolling down hills or doing backflips. Their energy is about abundance, calling sunlight down into the waters of the earth and then sending it out again. And the gold of wheat fields, daffodils, sunflowers, and the irrepressible dandelions. Wealth is also their domain. They bring gold up out of the rivers and streams, panning for it with abandon and joy, offering it back up to the sunlight. They tell us that true treasure is fluid, moving through earth and through our bodies. As healers, they can be called on to help strengthen the body's fluid, lymphatic, and circulatory systems. They're also quite aware that money can attract all sorts of weirdness. They have no patience for those who use wealth to manipulate or control, or for those who are miserably greedy or self aggrandizing. To the fairies, these attitudes pervert the spirit of abundance, and for those who traffic in them, they offer only fairy gold, those sparkling golden illusions that turn to dried leaves as soon as they are grasped. This card is often a sign that you are shifting to a place or phase where you can fully open to and participate in the spirit of abundance. Good things are streaming towards you, and you need only be open to them and enter the cycle of gratefully accepting gifts and then giving back, especially to those in need. This card may also come up when one is having problems with money. or when finances seem blocked, sluggish, or anemic. She is a generous spirit allied with the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, who invites us to approach wealth as a creative act of drawing in energy and then sending it out again. She encourages the flow of resources and does so in a playful manner, telling us not to take things, even money, too seriously. Wealth is to be enjoyed and shared and used to nourish body and spirit, as the sunlight nourishes the earth and its waters. I'm gonna have to wait for the love tarot some other day because it's already 1:40 on the timer. Talks about the great mystery, connection to the divine, and focus. These fairies are among the most majestic and fairy. Their robes, the radiant deep blue of the night skies, they are akin to Isis and her priestesses, holders of the great mysteries, and they can be called on to break up fear or despair, dispersing those restraining energies like the stars. In ancient times, wearing lapis lazuli, a stone of the heavens, was considered a way of bringing one closer to the gods and therefore brought protection against the evil below. It was a stone worn by Inanna, the Sumerian queen of heaven and earth and goddess of love. Lapis lazuli, fairy's card, appears as an aid to focus your own power and strengthen your connection to the divine mystery. It often shows up when your approach to a situation is too limited or you're seeking tokens of personal achievement. This fairy reminds us that we are part of the fabric of the universe and that we must address the bigger picture and not be caught in ego or pettiness. She tells us that true power is not personal, but a tapping into the greater energies. Lapis lazuli is a gem that loves to adorn those who understand this, and in fairy, it's reserved for those who wield power wisely. This fairy also aids in ritual journeying through time and suggests that if you want to make such a spirit quest, you you place a piece of this on a shrine or in a medicine bundle and then call on her. One of these crystals who appear, oh, excuse me, one of the lapis lazuli fairies who appeared was an ancient craggy dwarf, one of the guardians of the earth. What he told us, his expression infinitely said, was this: it takes so much work and dedication to bring the sky down and move it into the earth. It is a profound act of love and creation. Lapis lazuli comes to us because the sky has given itself to the earth, and when we take this gem out of the earth and wear it, it's as if the fairies are sending their most beloved child out into the world. Cherish it. Damn. Or, I could do a part two for Scorpio with the love, I guess. Because I want to be fair with all of the astrological signs. Spring, renewal, inspiration, clear sight, and memory. Emerald is a direct connection with the divine Earth Mother. The first emerald fairy who appeared in the meditation was a brilliant green forest dweller who was the embodiment of the rising green life of all trees and plants. She said that every forest has at least one of her kind. Second emerald fairy held a faceted oval emerald in her outstretched hand and moved backward, as if beckoning for us to follow her into fairy. She was temptation, a common thread in stories of the Fae. She told us that the emerald fairies are among those who concoct fairy ointment. This magic balm, often described as an emerald green salve made of four-leaf clovers, allows mortals to see through fairy glamour, the enchantment cast by the Fae to conceal themselves and their realm. Fairy ointment allows mortals to see the true nature of the Fae. In the old stories, it is sometimes revealed that a fairy palace was actually a hall. Occasionally, it would reveal a world filled with dancing fairfolk. Often in these stories, the presumptuous human who uses magical salve would then be blinded by the fairies as punishment, the message being that mortals were never meant to break the fairy magic. But the emerald fairies have no interest in punishing humans. Emeralds are often connected with clairvoyance, and the emerald fairies want us to be clear sighted about our realm and the realms of enchantment. Yes, an invitation to follow the emerald fairy to her realm is a seduction. Those glittering green gems are alluring, but she reminds you not all seductions end badly. Being seduced by beauty is often what calls forth the inner artist. You can lose your heart to the vibrant green beauty of the emerald fairy and use that intoxicating energy to recharge your creative vision. Getting this card signifies that you are entering a period of renewal and rebirth. Welcome the energy of new ideas and passions pouring into you and let go of older habits that no longer serve you. There's a purity in the emerald that should be honored, so take care to treat this new infusion of energy or new direction with great respect. Also treat it with tenderness, for the emerald fairy, like the stone, is delicate and fragile. One of the interesting things about emeralds is that though they're connected with spring and rebirth, they're also considered a stone that strengthens memory. So know that even as you enter new phases and new modes of being, you can do so without losing what you value from the past. Okay. Scorpios, you are a learning lesson for me that I will only take out four for every other zodiac sign. Interesting descriptions, but they're long as shit. So you're my little guinea. Diamond, clarity, radiance, purity, and truth. Diamond takes its name from the Greek atomos, which means invincible or unconquerable. The only gem that is not a compound. The diamond consists of one pure element, carbon, and is the hardest naturally occurring substance. A stone of great strength and purity, its fairies are brilliant, dazzling creatures, the embodiment of truth and purity. In their presence, there can be no illusion. This makes them unusual in the fairy realm, which is often woven with illusions. Like their namesake gem, the diamond fairies possess incredible integrity. They honor and strengthen bonds, supporting all connections that are made for the highest good. The first message that came through the meditation was that the diamonds have been surrounded by evil and greed for millennia. This negativity has been put on them by humans and has nothing to do with the stone's essence. The gem itself is an act of divine generosity, all the colors of the visible spectrum poured into a single stone, holding both starlight and earthlight. Diamonds want to be brought out of the earth and seen for what they truly are, vibrational representatives of the divinity inside us. The fairy also explained that the reason diamonds are connected with marriages is because their atoms, which are bonded so tightly and unbreakably, perfect symbols of the love of two souls and of our connection to our divine source. She said, when you align yourself with the diamond fairy's energy, you tap into the clear song of the womb of the mother of all life. The diamond fairy's card works in several ways. On the most obvious level, it's a call for clarity. Whatever you query, The Diamond Fairies card appears. It's a sign that you need to find the absolute pure essence of what is going on. This is the time to drop others' opinions, to let go of rumors, harmful criticism, including self criticism, and anything that is mean spirited or brings negativity into your home, work, or love. It's also a call to see and then turn away from self deception. I'll be fucking damned. Concentrate on the essence and, like the volcano bringing up the gem from the mantle, bring the pure seed of the situation into the light. This will give you strength. The Diamond Fairy also counsels you to turn to your own connection to the divine, to see it in her card, in the wild, indestructible prism of colors sent out by the stone, and then to see those colors in your own heart. That, she says, is what must be trusted. That is the source of all creativity, the place from which you draw strength and move forward. Wow. Hang on with me, Scorpios, these last two, and then I'll make part two just giving you those love cards. Okay? But y'all have been my guinea pig. I know to only take four out. That's it. Whew. Rose quartz. Heart opening, connection, love, and forgiveness. This fairy is a gentle spirit whom the fair folk greet with delight, for she is an emanation of divine love, a love that is the light of the universe and streams through us all. Though her touch is subtle, she works deeply, connecting directly with the heart. In fairy tales, the rose quartz fairy manifests as the fairy godmother or the good fairy, the one who looks out for the hero or heroine, lifting obstacles and holding out the promise of love in the darkest times. It's worth noting that though she's a powerful friend and ally, the good fairy can't change the actual road that the heroine or hero must travel. Challenges, difficulty, even hardship are often part of the path, but the good fairy is the optimal companion for the journey. She is a friend of the heart. The card for the rose quartz fairy often appears when one is hurting or feeling isolated. Rose quartz is one of the great healing stones. Its fairy spirit gives off a light and warmth that create a kind of haven, specifically a space in which you can look at yourself with lightness of heart and good humor, allowing for self acceptance and self forgiveness. Says the rose quartz fairy holds the place for us all where we can open to both giving and receiving love. If you're caught in strife with others or with yourself, meditate on the rose quartz fairy card or wear a rose quartz pendant over your heart and let its gentle warmth fill you. This card may also be a sign that you are about to draw new love into your life. Just know that while her definition of love includes romantic love, it encompasses all true bonds of the heart. She will also open you to platonic love, love of family, love of beauty, and a connection to all beings who share this earth. Call on the rose quartz fairy to dissolve isolation and open a direct line of energy to those with whom you have or will find genuine bonds. Okay, the last one here. Moonstone. Lovers. Tenderness, clairvoyance, dreams. This fairy shimmers with what can be seen only in the gleam of moonlight. When you draw this card, you enter a realm of light and shadow, dreams and seers. The moonstone fairies are shy, silvery creatures with a sensuous feminine energy. You can glimpse them emerging from pools of moonlight. Sometimes you can even find one of the gleaming iridescent stones that fall in their wake. These spirits are connected with Selene, Artemis, Ixchel, Mamaquila, Arianhad, and all goddesses of the moon. They are a gentle form of lunar energy, calling down the moonlight to cool, soothe, and enchant. Ancient Indian lore says that the moonstone grows under the influence of the rays of the moon, and as it grows, it absorbs the moon's magical and occult powers, which never leave it. It's also said that the moonstone can help us to befriend the moon. Drawing the moon fairies card signals that you are opening to your own psychic powers and an awareness of your spirit in the karmic fields of time. Keep her card or the gem nearby when working with crystals or consulting oracles. She helps seers to see clearly and interpret both visions and vibrations. This fairy may also appear when love is on the horizon. She is a calming influence, bringing a tender energy to a relationship, allowing the lovers to truly see each other for what they are. The moonstone's charm is almost beguiling. The stones have an uncanny tendency to disappear at will, sometimes reappearing and sometimes not. To let yourself fall under the moonstone fairy's influence is to risk a bit of moon madness, but it is also to be able to send out a heart call for a love of your own. Weave your dreams with the moonstone's gentle gleam, knowing that the stone's energy is tender but not predictable. If you're embittered, the moonstone can be an aid in dissolving feelings of anger and betrayal and allowing a genuine tenderness toward yourself and the universe to enter into their place. All right, Scorpios. This is part one, and then part two is just this. Oh,